Good morning, my friends. It's Christmas Eve morning, and I taped this last night, but this video is going to be about 9 or 10 things that I have learned and probably knew in this past year of 2021. If you think that perhaps you'd like to go over these with me, stay tuned. And I'm also going to show you some good things that happened this week too. So let's get busy. Life lesson number 1, planning. We're learning that no matter what you plan, it is not written in cement. It will not always happen, and you have to get used to it. For instance, tomorrow, the big family plan that we were going to do with 50 or 60 of us, our traditional 25-year-old Christmas Eve brunch and gift steal with the whole family, is canceled. Due to, and that's another life lesson that comes at the end, and it's called weather. Never count on the weather to be what the weatherman thinks it says it's going to be. Yes, tomorrow's day is going to be different. We had to cancel it because it was being held outside at Debbie's house, and she had rented chairs and tables and had to cancel by last night. It would not have worked, of course, especially with COVID. Being inside, you can't handle 60 people in a safe way. So, number 2 life lesson, flexibility. We're going to talk about that. When the plans don't work out, you have to be flexible. And I've learned that so much so in this past year. Fortunately, I can handle flexibility, and there's always something else that can take the place of what you had planned. Tomorrow we will be meeting in a smaller group of 15 people. And remember, I told you my brother Tommy was coming in from the East Coast with his family, and I'm going to see him for the first time tomorrow. He is here, and that's exciting. We will be going over to Bridget's house, where it will just be Bridget's family and her brothers, and our older son, Bridget's daddy, Billy and Bonnie, have come down from Idaho. So we will see them tomorrow. And then Christmas morning, we carry on with the normal plans of visiting the different houses. Moving along, number 3 and 4 are control and limitations. I have learned that I alone am in control of my own emotions, and what I do and what I don't do, and how I handle things. And I have to make my own choices, hopefully the right ones. For instance, when I get depressed, which isn't very often, and I wouldn't even call it depressed, I would call it down. I have been blessed with not sinking to the depths. I can control that. I know that if I do certain things, I will be okay. And the limitations, I've learned that all the limitations in the whole world are only the ones that you put upon yourself. So that can be good or bad. If you do feel the need to say no, and now we're approaching number 5, and that's taking a time out when you need it, taking a me day. You do that. You know when you need a me day, and you just drop everything and take that me day so that the following day you'll be up and ready to go again. Speaking of that me day, you have to know how to say no. And sometimes that's hard, but it's a necessity, especially as we age. I have a tendency to push myself, and that's not good for me, and I know that. So sometimes I say no. Now, where are we on our list? Turning the negative things that happen into positive. Now, that can be what is on my mind right now more than anything, plans, wonderful plans that were made for the Christmas holidays. And it's turned negative because a lot of the things aren't happening the way we planned. Do you see how all these things kind of come together in one big thing, especially when the weather, which is down the bottom, can control it? Now, speaking of control, not our own control, but there are other things in the world that seem to control the way our lives are going these days. COVID. And that would be our health. We have to be very careful. COVID seems to be affecting everything from children's learning to how we live our lives, where we go, where we don't go, who we see, who we don't see. Also, things that are happening in our world beyond our control, things that have to do with crime. Crime is on the upswing, and I worry about our young people. I worry about my daughters. We've had mail theft. Now that's close by. So there are a lot of things that we are not in control of, but can hope for that, which brings me to number 7, I believe, and that's hope. One thing we all have to have, and that's hope. Hope that things will be on the upswing soon. Hope that things will be better. Hope that we can live our lives a little more normal. We're getting so used to this. It's been almost 2 years now. We have to hope that all the natural disasters that are happening in this world, especially right now back east in the south, the tornadoes that are happening, the wildfires in California, the floods, we have to hope that everyone can handle this. We have to pray. I've learned about prayer. Prayer has helped me quite often this past year. We've had some health crises with Moose, and I told you about my little God winks. God prepared me for a couple of these little emergencies. And I asked your prayers, and I prayed myself, and God answered my prayers. That's a belief of mine, and I know people have different beliefs, but prayer is a big thing with me. I hear the rain on the roof right now. I can't believe it. This is just not letting up. It's about 9 or 10 at night. I'm still filming here. It didn't work out the first time. I'm doing it a second time, and the rain is still pouring. I can't load the car yet with the gifts for tomorrow morning. Hopefully I'll be up early and doing it in the morning. We're reaching the end. And number 10, I'm going to call this appreciation. And this particular life lesson is not something that I've just learned this year. I've known this all along. I am blessed. I am blessed for so many things. I am blessed for my family. I am blessed for Moose. I am blessed for my health. So many things. My friends. And also, you, my friends, I am blessed for you. And I appreciate all the wonderful comments. I appreciate the way you care. This has been an eye-opener for me to be on YouTube and to make friends in a digital way. I feel very close to many of you. I care about you. I care about your problems when you tell me things that are going on in your life. And I so appreciate you, and I want you to know that. Especially this past week or two when I had to take my time out. So many of you commented on that and agreed with it and told me how much you appreciate me, and I thank you so much for that. I talked about the weather, and I'm going to make that my last comment here. weather has affected almost everything that's happening during this whole week. My visit with my brother and all the different things we're doing to be able to see the children. But we're going to be able to do it. Pretty much everyone in our family we will see in smaller groups. Once again, this happened at Thanksgiving, and that's okay for now. But I am praying that this will change. Lucy and I are in our 85th year now, and 2 years of missing wonderful gatherings together, traditions. That's something we have to make new traditions, I guess. But let's hope that within a year, we will be healthy and here, and we'll be able to do this the way we used to. Better to look forward than backward, although the memories are wonderful.
Do I have to wrap all these?
You're my helper. You're my Santa's helper.
Oh, I can bag them, not wrap them.
Yeah, for bag.
Okay, now I got question number 2. Is Santa's sleigh big enough to handle all of this?
It might be, as long as he or she, Mrs. Claus, cleans out the sleigh a little bit. We might be able to get all this in. But we have a little problem. We're not going to be seeing all these people.
Leave that problem up to Santa.
Okay, he'll take care of it. All right, see you in the wrapping room.
Merry Christmas.
2 of the most favorite presents I bought for the 2 dogs that are best friends forever, Harley and Coda. Can't wait to see them in them. Things that have made me happy this week: the growing of my amaryllis and the stopping by of Margie bringing us shepherd's pie and brownies, and the making of cookies one whole day with Colleen and her children. Watching our little great-granddaughter Kelly look at our picture hanging on a Christmas tree, her Christmas tree, and loving it. Have going here.
Gluten-free brownies.
Ooh. And what's the difference?
Filling these peanut butter cookies and sugar.
Whoa. Just looking good.
Alright, let's see here. Going on to the cooling rack. Cooling rack. Here we go. You don't want them to be crispy.
I just... Coda, you looking for cookies too? Yeah, so good doggy. Very pretty. Oh. Aw, she's a lover. I can see tons of cookies.
Yay, cookies.
Yay, cookies.
Good job,
The
Goyles.
Almond Girls annual Christmas cookie making extravaganza.
And you did a great job. So those are just a few of the many things I've learned this year, especially in this year of COVID. I know it's the same for many of you, and I hope that you have gotten through this. I know a lot of you are lonely and isolated, And I hope that you will find ways to get out, to lift your spirits. Think about some of the things that I've spoken about, especially hope. Hope is a big thing. We have to have hope. What would life be without it? Hope that the world will be better in so many ways. Well, enjoy your Christmas. I wish you all a very happy and blessed Christmas. And I will see you somewhere around the New Year's when Moosey and I will celebrate our New Year Eve, perhaps maybe a night before or New Year's Eve. We always do our little fondue dinner, and that's something we look forward to. Have a very blessed Christmas day. Stay safe, stay healthy. God bless us all. Bye for now.